Yeah, thank you so much. The Ramalepas, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which camera is going.
The introduction because we didn't do any introduction. Okay, they check your cameras and then it's the Cubic Sport Creations podcast.
I think they're off now.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow.
Welcome to the Cubic Sport Creations podcast, where we experience therapy and conversations.
With that straight ministry.
Well, how are you nothing? Hey, what about doing your nugget? Oh, kind of to perfectionism. OCD. What somebody broke it down for me the other day, and spirit is well, we can't call it spirit, but mentality or OCD. Most of the time, it's perfectionism, and if you're not careful, it's emanating from judgmental mindset. Because you are judging the environment and you feel what it should be the way
the environment has fashioned me to think in a particular way. Where the environment I was brought up in has shaped my perception. You know, for example, I eat very much Education defines who you are, and education, your level of education gives you
status. Yeah.
So, Raiti, tribe. There was a time I sat down and I said, God, I'm a woman. I can't have the world define.
And you stop being dramatic.
I have the world define and look at thing. I get. One, I'm a woman, dark-skinned person. When it comes to, I'm not from a rich family. It's from one of the tribes. It is
Gideon.
It's from a tribe.
How to get Gideon?
And then my career. I get you. Tribe within the Tswana speaking tribes. So tribe my education because it's really Bachelor of Arts in Humanities. So it gets a debut on others. And then race yami yanyadiwa. Okay. Body netline yaka. Like skinny person. So and I sat down and I said, the society, wait, celebrity. Because the society, the society, I've been socialized to think that way. I get.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why your identity in Christ.
Perfectionism in the form of OCD. How did it come in? Is it? It's an. Are you feel like everything has to be perfect because you want to correct what was not okay in terms of what the society said about you?
I don't think she hasn't been. I mean, I don't know when it started. She wasn't
perfectionism.
She wasn't always so. I mean, let's say. All the time by behavior more in a particular way, more aging. While now I'm just saying, but to buy you home again.
I see. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from?
So right now I'm trying to deconstruct. So I have to. I'm in a journey. Who told me this is wrong?
That's good.
So who set up the standard and that is the acceptable way?
Yeah. And you didn't find an answer to that, I guess.
You didn't.
Nobody. I said I found an answer to that. Yeah. I just said somebody
or maybe they
to
did
come up with this ideology and sold it to people who bought it
and
then started operating.
I find it highly perfectionism, because then with that element of perfectionism, I find it it robs us of enjoying the simple moments in life.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. It robs
it
us
does.
off.
Because instead of enjoying the moment,
You're conscious of
conscious of so many
perception
things.
of other
You're looking at the
people.
wrong things.
Yes.
Yeah.
You become too careful of what's in the environment. How is the atmosphere?
So wa halentse le gola ha o dira sengwe wa tshegiwa o roba sekgowa, which is not your best
but I think-
language, wa tshegiwa, you become so conscious
Yeah.
gore ga o robe sekgowa,
Yeah.
and you listen to other people o batla go utlwa gore bone ba
How are they
articulate
going? Yeah.
this foreign language, I get. And then wa judgiwa on ga fashionable. Tata wa boa pere. No, that's not how you're supposed to look. Look at your hair. It's
But it has to come from somewhere, though.
But where's the difference? Why
That's
is it
what
that-
she's been saying. That's what she's been saying about personally, or the circumstances that were surrounding her. I get. So she was saying about how they would talk about her body form, and then also the family that she's coming from, and then the clan that she's coming from, the career that she chose. So it's a whole bunch of things. It comes crashing down on her. Everything that you are or you have selected to the world, it's like it's not. So it comes from there. Therefore, whatever that you do in life, to try and silence what the society thinks about whatever that you are or what they think about you, you are trying to perfect so that perception of
fit.
the
so that you fit. I think it's all about fitting into the societal norm.
Yeah.
Wa bona?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ke gakologela nako nngwe re ile phathing ko Ramatea, so go jiwa ka thipa le foroko. So coming from a family e seng well off, go ja ka thipa le foroko ne le dio tse di foreign wa. And these people monna le ba go ntse go dia kana le rona rena le go inyatsa ke re ba tswana re tswa kgakala le gone go inyatsa go. So actually adding on to do tse ke di balolotseng ke tsentse le the country that I came from. Gore ke le hatsele Botswana o tswa kgakala anyadiwa ke re. Yes, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so gore go no go le go ntsi, so it's like I was having a conversation with God and saying, okay, this. Ke mo sengwe le sengwe se senyadiwa.
But because you mentioned Gideon, he felt that, but God spoke to him and said, you are a mighty man of valor. At the time when God is speaking to him, he didn't think and feel that way. So it is how now we look at, because when you become a Christian, now those things begin to fall off as you begin to realize that your identity has nothing to do with where you come from.
Yeah.
Hence,
That's true.
Hence the question that I always ask myself, eki feeling gore modimo wa e dirisa to liberate me, who came up with this?
Yeah.
One, as long as it's not coming from God.
Yeah.
Ga ra tshwanela go validate go lo gata.
Yeah.
So we can only validate that which comes from God. Again.
But again, we can't run away from the fact that it does exist.
It does exist, and it affects us
there.
one way or the other, depending on gore wena o e lebella ka tsela.
But when it comes to the dynamics of a relationship, it can really be hard. It can really be hard.
It
because
does
like you're
affect the
saying,
relationship.
When you're supposed to enjoy a moment, you are robbed of that moment because you are wondering, how is she going to think? How is going to maybe I haven't trusted well.
You become too careful.
You become too careful, and then you make a lot of
mistakes. Yeah.
So you're always thinking.
And your partner, you itseng gore o na le that element. Lene o na so betse because ga batle to ruin your moment as well. So o na very careful gore a choose that which will make you happy. Wa bona gore go dira le go lene go a mo roba.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
So ha let's say Lydia. let's say Lydia is in the worship. And we are coming in and she came a bit earlier. she is wondering hore ra go tla re apere yang.
Yes.
Ra go tla re lebega yang. So ha ke tsamaya le
so you
basimane.
need
Tla be ke ra basimane ka
prayers
re
on that one.
I'm
not joking.
Okay. So you're also
It's the lie of the enemy.
Yeah.
And you would not, like I said, it robs you of the moments that you were supposed to
while
enjoy
everybody's
in life.
accepting, boys, welcome.
Yeah.
The mother is,
What are they wearing?
It sounds like it's a joke, but it's serious. You need prayers on that. If it's possible, you need to ask God to help you. Where is it coming from? Because when in your mind you'd be thinking it's just coming from the things that you listed. Kanda apparently it's just coming from something even deeper, especially from childhood. There's somewhere where it started. Where it really planted that seed. So it's a trauma, and you need to name it and uproot it and just deal with it.
With all honesty, when it comes to upbringing, so I'm going to tell you the truth that I believe for a guy from the society. Yeah,
From where you grew up.
It's from the society. The way re leng Batswana re tshelang ka teng. Dilo tse leng gore I think maybe again ha ke tso re nka e bayang in a way that
Have we started?
Yeah, we have.
If we have started, some of the people who watch us, they would say,
Yeah, we have.
I didn't hear that because we were saying it in Setswana. Yeah. Yes, we were listening.
Where it's coming from, yeah.
I think it's coming from the society. It comes from the society. You know, societal construction. So remember, it takes a community to raise a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Yes. So, ke dumela gore the things tse di buiwang, so ga ke re society, family lo ne emote part of the society.
Of course.
But I think dilo tse dingwe tse re di buang re di raya bana.
You're going to have to do a lot of what do you call subtitles.
I think
That's fine. Just be yourself. That's fine.
Have I changed?
No, get out under pressure because
Okay.
okay. Subtitle. That's okay.
So ne kere kare, thank you expressing ka mother tongue. Ne kere kare, I think dude, I've lost.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
dilo tse di buiwang.
I think dilo tse di buiwang
Ka rona.
casually, you know.
Sometimes between jokes.
Sometimes ne kere ke gore
As
kere you know Setswana ka ha culture ya rona ka ha ntseng ka teng. Sometimes we say things. Agriculture is passed on from generation to generation. So sometimes we say things, we say things casually. Unaware or ho cause damage e kanang kang mo the person, mo the recipient of whatever you are saying.
Yeah.
I get it. Se se makatsang ke gore we have this thing ya lefoko ga le bue go bua monwana. So if we believe that lefoko ga le bue go bua monwana,
What does that mean?
why do we say the things that we say without being mindful of the damage that it's likely to cause?
Okay, this one is going to be a very personal question. Is there something that you recall from the top of your mind, like when you're saying people saying things casually? Is there something that is coming at the top of your mind, like somebody said this and it's stuck, and it's just it's affecting how I perceive myself and I perceive my environment and perceiving my husband and perceiving my kids?
Growing up, I was a very slow person. I'm still slow. So we know that expectations are in a fast pace world, right? Growing up, I was a very slow person. And go misinterpreted as botshwaka. Right? I remember one of the grandmothers, Ari.
It's all right.
Hey, when I tlo se tshwaka ka rutle go nyallwa yone hela. I grew up with that. I grew up knowing ke lazy.
Eish.
Ke go nyallwa yone hela.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes ga ke ithathang ga ke le ka
Oh, I get you.
Meet, you know, to
I
work
get
hard,
you.
to-
You are addressing the laziness issue.
Yes.
Subconsciously addressing the
Subconscious.
lazy.
Ke ne ke boela ko potsong ya gago, I ke
Wow.
boela gore, is there something that I can? Yeah.
So it's the words that was spoken
the
over
words
you.
are very powerful. Le foko ga le bue. Go bua monwana.
And I'm kind of like, I'm going to make you my topic now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but I could maybe add something in there. There are many people who think that the things that have happened in the past are in the past, and we should not
Deal
even
with
worry
them.
about them. But you see this time and again, even when you look at the stories of people who have committed murder, people who have become serial rapists, you find that these people are actually battling the trauma of
Ish, I know.
and it's only when they are helped by some let's say therapists,
Yeah.
that they're able to speak for the first time that actually this is what I've been feeling,
Yeah.
carrying it all my life. And then we sometimes say, nah, this thing is in the past, leave it in the past.
That's-
And we say that.
But I think for me, it's always the issue of being able to talk about it, being able to see it. Like if you can put a finger on it, like you're putting a finger on it, so you know where to start. I think for me, it's not like a big deal. It's a big deal when you can't really, and it's big deal happy if you are with Abuti, and Abuti is always thinking, what is it now this time? Because if like he's given an example, or you have to go to church and then they have to come prepared in a certain way. So it becomes very difficult for them. Yeah. But for me, it's the conversations that are around it where you are able to, because
That's where the freedom comes from.
Yeah. I think nakedness,
Yeah.
being naked, like being able to talk about stuff,
Yeah.
going deep.
Transparency.
Yeah,
and-
because some people would think, like Abuti is saying, some people definitely think, that thing is in the past. I don't have to deal with it today. I have to fail forward. So if I have to,
dwell in the past.
yeah, why do I have to go back in the past? But it's the past that determines our future.
Yeah.
You had a
I have a
question.
question. I always have questions, by the way.
To who, uncle?
No, to Aruz. Just a follow up on that one. I'm sorry, I'm going to put you on the spot, but just a follow up. I'm just so interested in how. So if those words were said to you and you grew up with them in your mind, yes, I do understand. By the time you met him, you were already in the Lord. But I just want to know if did it ever question his intent and his the genuineness of wanting to marry you because of what was said to you, like your perception of marriage, if I can say,
Because this was said to you.
because this was said to you, and all along you grew up that knowing that
There were many things at play here. So, like I said, in our culture, so we become so casual with words. So many things that people say, and then it's like you collect them and you collect from every
And you
angle and
keep them in.
and then you make this judgment of yourself, right? Yeah. So, lenyalo. I'm going to say this because I hope it helps someone out.
yeah.
So, growing up from a family of very beautiful girls, and I was the only one out.
Who thinks?
Who thought she was the
Let
odd
me
one
correct
out?
that.
Yeah.
You know, Christianity is a very liberating lifestyle. So, nere ga ke ntse ga go tla bana ba tsena kwa lapeng go tla ba go ooh, hey bana ba bantle yang, you know, and they would say, the moment I appear, they would say, oh, alo ke wa gago.
Yeah.
You know? So, knowing that, ke ne ke le mosesane, ke le the darker one, and
I was gonna ask if you need some tissue. Should I bring a box of tissues?
Therapy in conversations.
yeah, so, I guess.
Asa, can you bring us a box of tissues? It's fine, he'll cut it out. The part where we are tricky. They're finished, baby. Can you bring us a box of tissues from Daddy's desk? Tim Tams. I was asking for a box of tissues, baby, from Daddy's desk. Thank you.
Ke tshwanetse gore ke ska tswa ke lela.
I'm sorry.
It's the conversation.
The conversations. And you,
No, le my students ha ke ba e share la hela they know gore ke tle gore. So they would say a le olene ke
wow.
ke wa gago.
Thank you, baby. Come and put them here.
So I had a very
Guys,
tla edit again.
not the tears.
Huh?
Not the tears. Already tears are out. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to say they would say, "Hey, ale ane ke wa gago." I get. And then my mom became overprotective. And do you know my name is Mabontle? So I learned ke setse ke le motona gore the reason why my other name is Kimoneilu because I'm the first girl child. So my mom named me Mabontle as a way ya go counteract what other people were saying. When they said, "Oh, ngwana o maswa gago," my mother would say, "Ke Mabontle a Botswana."
Wow.
Ke Mabontle a Botswana, and it changed the narrative.
Wow.
And I'm always grateful.
Wow.
Grateful to my mom for aba standile up
Wow.
for me, you know. Me in a because ke utlwile gore leina le tlile jang when I was a teenager. So I started hating the name
Oh.
because ke ne ke le tsaya ka ke te mockery. So that is why it's not my first name. That is why Lydia is my middle name.
Oh, okay.
So my names initially were Kimoneilu,
Lydia.
Lydia. Okay. So then my names became Mabontle, Lydia. So ha ke setse ke exita bo teenager, ha ke dira o mang. Then I became Lydia Mabontle. So I decided to keep the name Mabontle because that's the name that became popular. Ina la ke Moneilwe ga le apere gope, but it was
Wow.
my mom's name.
Wow.
Saying I've been given the first girl child after 4 boys.
Beautiful story.
You know. Yeah, so where was I going? So yes, so I wanted to say growing up with Kanya Hore, you are the ugly one. You would definitely want
Oh.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I grew up.
Yeah.
So I grew up thinking, okay, one, I've been told ke setswakga ke tla nyalelwa yone hela, and then 2, ke maswe. So definitely the only people who get married are
The beautiful ones. Yeah.
So because ke maswe, I don't think I'm going to get married.
Eish.
And then I remember having looking at this wonderful teacher, Waban. So so this woman is not so good looking, but she's married. So maybe one day, if I can work hard and get educated, I will get married.
So that means
o
you,
lebelele gore e khoena jang wa bona.
Yeah.
So marriage, who gets married according to the societal
The
expectations.
beautiful
Ke
ones.
lebeletse generation ya rona, the beautiful ones, the educated ones, the hard workers.
So in your mind, you were saying, at least if I can work hard and be an educated one.
At least if I can beat the system by being educated.
so you always thought the system was for beautiful girls.
I always thought the system was for beautiful girls. So they were the ones who got married, even if they were not educated. Beauty would present. Ke tla ba tlisetsa lenyalo.
Yeah, and I think the problem in there is not really the problem, but the challenge in there is it is what people said. It's not who you are.
Yes.
Like a lot of times we think we are not what God said we are because somebody else had said I am not like this. This is why now you start defying. You're trying to go against the grail.
Yeah.
You work so hard going against the grail, and you don't see that it's kind of depleting you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's robbing you of the joy. Like Awiti was saying, it's robbing you the joy. It's, you know, you're comparing yourself to other people, and it makes you bitter. And when you grow up, you're like, I'm never going to be seen as somebody who's, and you don't see, sometimes I don't think it's all the time where you see that you're really working hard. You're cleaning, you're doing this. Sometimes
It happens.
it's like it's embedded in you.
Yeah, so but when the society places expectation on you, then the response is to do things for validation.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's why when people attain a certain level of education, when they do that PhD, they really want to be called by those titles because it is the title that will validate them.
Yeah.
They were never validated.
Yeah.
So they did PhD for validation.
Yeah.
They're driving this car for validation.
Or you
They-
cry to
yeah.
be called Mrs. because
You
are married. So marriage validates.
validate.
And you stay in that toxic relationship because you just want to be Mrs.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it calls for us to be able to have these conversations, because most of the time we don't have these conversations because we think we'll be exposing ourselves, but we don't realize that we are exposing the enemy. Like you say, there's something that you said, I'm going to say this so that somebody out there gets help. I think if you have seen someone say this at that age, like if like you're helping someone now, I think at that age, if you have seen somebody be maybe the teacher that you're talking about, maybe if she had given her own testimony, you wouldn't have like now started working hard, trying to be validated by the society, trying to prove that you're not going to be married for something else, but for, you're just going to be that beautiful person. And sometimes we want to make ourselves beautiful because somebody said we are not beautiful. But when you know what the Lord is saying about you, I think the Gideon story.
But
That's why I said, that's why I said Christianity is such a liberating lifestyle, because it took me back to it took me back to God, and it helped me realize who I am. I am not defined by the world's expectations.
That's true.
So I have to know that I am made in the image of God.
Amen.
And I was made for a particular purpose that God has entrusted me with. True. Yes.
Yeah. Abuti, you're going to say something.
No, I was just saying that is very important as well, that, we just keep on confessing and keep on confessing, because the world also keeps on confessing and speaking things against us. So even us, we need to, intentionally, speak this to ourselves. That's why I have been really encouraged by when God calls someone, He really wants them to know who he is. He identifies himself, and he makes them see exactly what he sees in them, not what they see in them.
That's true.
In themselves. So, but speaking here as Lydia's husband, I can testify for the years that we've been together. She's such an amazing woman, not only to me, but to many people.
I know.
And actually many people wonder where she gets all the energy
And
to
look
do.
at how she's glowing.
So many where she gets all this energy to do so many things that she does for people.
Yeah.
I actually have a theory on that too. I think it's an issue of safety. Like most of the time when I become who I believe God said I am, it's because I am safe. I think we spoke about that yesterday, where I can't be my true self when I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
So I think when you married her, I think it was an issue of I have now found someone who appreciates me for me,
Safe haven.
and someone that I can actually talk to about anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you are able to tell your story of what happened in my life when I was growing up, that means you trust that person. It's for me, you are vulnerable enough to be able to express yourself, and it shows that you feel safe. It's a safe space. So I think most of the time it's God liberates us in a way that sometimes it looks complex, but it's not really complex, because he talks about love, that it covers all multitude. Hating someone, it's actually a sin. For me, it's a sin. And in looking at somebody as if they are not of God, they are ugly, they are this. It's for me, it's sin. So when somebody comes into a territory where there is love, she gets liberated to a point where now she feels safe. And when they feel safe, we see the glow now.
I was looking at her yesterday and I wanted to say, hey, every time you come from Esperance, hey, the glow.
But there's also something very interesting about this, this union. Lydia is actually my late mom's name.
Oh, nice.
And so her names put together is exactly my mom's names, Lydia Ramalepa. I didn't think about it from the beginning. I only found it later. Nice. So I really respect her and her wisdom and her encouragement. I mean, to be honest, when God led me to her as a partner, I thought, what a blessing.
Wow.
What
my
a blessing.
In-laws always, money always remind me.
Wow.
Yeah, you are married.
Wow.
And I believe it erases everything that you've heard. People say about you.
Oh my! So one thing that has done that is just retaining. Trying to have. God has always had a relationship with me. So it's me who didn't realize that God is in a relationship with me. So the moment I realized that I have a lover of lovers, my maker, someone who accepts me for who I am.
Like that verse, that maker is our husband.
Yes, I love that. My maker is my husband. Jehovah is his name.
Amen.
So, that made me to, if God can look at me as his bride.
Yeah,
so,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that was one thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but not disputing that I have a very supportive husband who has accepted me with my weaknesses.
Yeah, and
just as you have accepted his weaknesses.
Because everybody has a weakness.
True that.
Yeah, everybody has a weakness.
And that's one thing that we need to appreciate more along.
thata.
Re tla ka di-weaknesses tsa rona, you know, and we are here to complement
Oh yeah,
One
that's
another.
true.
one another.
Yeah. So I think for me, one thing that I would love to hear from Abut, what do you do about that? Like, if you know that Ausi is out there wondering how you're gonna come looking, how do you handle that? And how do you? I'm saying this because I know for a fact that sometimes there are some things that really bothers me about her, and I would wonder also, how is it going? Because she's a straightforward person. I'm not. When we are talking to someone and we're rebuking that someone, I beat about the bush. It's like, for me, my I think my strength comes from, just going around trying to make a comfortable,
Yeah.
She doesn't do that. When she feels like, look, I don't like it here.
Yeah.
She says it.
Yeah, you messed up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for
You are
me,
wrong. Yeah.
I think it's, maybe there are two different things, but I feel like it's the same though. Like, you wonder how she's going to behave or how she's going to feel when she sees you come wearing certain things. I wonder what she's going to say.
Are you always on the edge?
Sometimes I'm on the edge.
I think in answer, I think
Karen, he talked about it yesterday. Guys, it's serious. Anyway,
in answer to that, answer to that, just to realize that we are all work in progress.
Oh, yeah.
And that we are the product of God's grace, and that we grow every day. I believe that Lydia has grown over the years, and that she will not always, while she may wonder how we will look, but it's not like yesterday. It's better today than it was before.
Yeah.
So I'm not really so much concerned about her. I'm
because
just
you see
concerned
progress.
about me, that if I feel comfortable and she knows that I feel comfortable about how I'm dressed or how I look. Like look at my beard. I've left it like this, and she doesn't seem to get worried there, because she feels that, well, this is the first time.
He wants to be like that.
It's the first time I felt like this.
Yeah.
If it was long ago, he would have said, KB, remove this.
But like I said,
we are all work in progress.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
but like I said earlier on, God is taking me through a journey.
Indeed.
And he's, I always think of the writing on the wall, the book of Daniel, So the writing that God has for me on the wall is, who said this is wrong?
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm sorry, KB, gore ke go tlogedisitse di-tie and
I was a
the
very
suit.
formal.
He was a very
you
very
love formal?
I used to be formal.
He used to be very
So you
formal.
didn't like formal
I
clothing?
put ties when I went to church.
So you didn't like it?
Yes, so I just said to him, hey, loosen up, mate.
Ah.
I could get some like, le haile jean.
I really had jeans. I had formal.
Well, I would have been concerned too.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes,
have
I
taken
think,
away your
Yeah, I
ties,
think
but
it's
I would
normal.
have been concerned that you don't even have a jean.
No. She taking away. I don't really think it's literal. She still said you need to still keep a few of those formal in case, like
Yeah.
even today, if there's an outing and I need a suit, there'll always be something to put on.
Yeah.
But she helped me relax
Oh yeah.
around, because I can
Because some of
imagine.
these things they speak a lot
I go
about
to
our
work, I'm on a
personality.
tie. I go
Yeah.
to church, I'm on a tie.
Yeah.
I
I go.
said to him, bathong, ga ke tlhaloganya gore ke eng ko Botswana, o tshwantse gore bo bereka mo lebong, mme o bo thaisitse
Doesn't make
when you're
sense.
supposed to be
Yeah.
dealing with.
Me gona ne se gore ga tere thaise ko re hela ne
You just
ke-
love
ke
it.
That's what. Yeah, that's what you like.
I get it.
I ke rena ke bona mongwe le mongwe o bereka mo lebong a thaisa ko
Oh,
Botswana.
Oh yeah.
No, I
but
think
that-
it's a lifestyle that we have adopted.
we have adopted
Even
and
people
we liked it.
who work in IT, they're not supposed to be putting on ties, but they
Le nna le
do.
matitjhara ga ke bone gore a go tlhokala gore matitjhara ba tlhole ba thinketse
Can you
ka
see this is
di-tie, re ntse re-
when we learned of formal wear. That's what we
Le rona,
Yeah.
Ko museum, especially the division that I was working for. I was working for the natural history division. It's just science. Most of your work is just based on going out in the field. Why are we forced to wear formal wear? You know,
Yeah.
because anytime you can be called, you
Or
just
maybe-
decide, okay, let me just go to
Maybe
the
it
field.
was not
You can't-
forced.
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
forced. I don't think it was forced.
It just became a
no,
culture.
it was. There was mokolonyana o mongwe o kileng wa tla for us outlining gore this is how we should wear. Of course, it didn't say taisang and all
Yeah,
that, but you
yeah.
could depict what this is formal wear.
Yeah.
I
No, but formal wear is formal wear. It's not tie.
It's not tie.
You know, it's just being
I think,
smart for
people
wear.
were okay to come without
but
ties at
the
work.
leader Ratsone did not interpret it that way.
That's
but
the
you were not
thing.
sent
So
home.
no tshwanna ke gore
But we are not sent
Do
home
you know
because
that
we
Yeah.
didn't
even-
have ties.
matitjhara ba busiwa hela go tsamaye go tie.
Do you know it even came into the church? But anyway, we'll come back to that. I want to ask this guy a question.
Oh, it's your turn. You've been firing now.
Yeah, because I'm beginning to be concerned. I'm like, God help me. So, Mabani, we were in the live group. So this time around, what we did was an activity. Inonge made us do an activity whereby, we have a piece of paper written with the name of somebody in the middle. So we each take rounds to write something about the person. So if oh, this is what I think, or if it's an encouragement, or I think you are strong, you are wise, blah, blah, blah. And then you also write about him. Now, when it was my turn to read my paper, I know his handwriting. So I would know this is him who wrote here. And he's like, I'm scared of your bluntness sometimes. So now I'm thinking,
And then I said, what?
where's my phone? Let me read what you wrote.
No, I said.
Let me just read for them what you wrote. Where's my phone? Because I took a picture of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I love what they wrote, so I just took a picture of it. So it's like
Evidence based.
Not because batla go tla go mo take a
no. Like so, it's my name in the middle, and everyone was writing what their
Around
thoughts
it.
about you. So Patimo said, "I'm scared of your bluntness, but love it, and I'm pretty sure the Lord loves it. I want to remind you that He is your light and your salvation." So okay, I was a bit scared, Nyana, that he's saying that insecure because that's my weakness. I become so insecure too fast. So now when he's saying it again today,
Yeah, because I'm giving an example. I think for me it's like you see Apostle Paul. Even when he converted, he still remained Paul. I mean, he was so
his personality.
The personality was
still,
there.
yeah.
So I think for me it's the bluntness is a strength.
Indeed.
So it's something that I can't speak against and say you need to
Stop.
tone down.
Yeah.
but
Even there's someone who even said the same thing that I said,
Yeah.
but said
no, but the word
increase.
there is scarce.
So
Hey,
scared. I think scared.
scares him.
No, I think scared is the wondering part. Probably I use that. Maybe it's a wrong wording or something, but it's the wondering part. You know. Just to give an example, I know for a fact that Harale Kochopis, I know that if she doesn't like something, she's going to say something to the tail, to the what you call
To
the
the
teller. For sure. And most of the time I'll just move away so that it becomes a woman to woman thing. So I know. So it scares me because now I have to, because she will say, oh, am I wrong? She can ask me, oh, am I wrong? So if she does that and I'm looking at this poor person who's
So
scared.
you don't know how to respond.
No, I know how to respond because sometimes she will say, hey, when you were just calm there, that's my response. Like, be calm.
Patimo is very calm. Okay, let me just be honest, guys. Sorry to cut you. So I think seeing this statement yesterday, though he explained what he means, and then when he says it again today, because I said I'm a very insecure person. I think I have a weakness of not wanting to, especially him, not hurt him or whatever, or make him uncomfortable or whatever, you know. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, Okay, is it too much? What should I do? Like,
Nothing.
No,
So
Fatima,
what-
you cannot be saying nothing. Because sometimes ke go utlwa hore bo blante ba teng ga kwa morago wa re tone down. But remember, you are a master.
Iron
So if
sharpens iron.
go overboard, o tshwanetse gore o mo alerte o mo re ore there you were too harsh.
Too harsh.
Yeah, I
Or
think
you shouldn't have said that
Or you
because
could have-
of 1, 2, 3.
Or
That
you
is
may have
how
said it in
that is how iron. I
private.
believe iron sharpens
Iron.
iron.
yeah, I think I do, but not in that moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do it not in that moment, because sometimes when she comes and says, "Yeah, I couldn't hold myself," I would say, "Yeah, some people can really,
Be mean.
be mean, and and but I think you just let it go. Just
Yeah,
let it
but
slide.
going
Just-
away,
that's
I would
the
like. I don't want.
insecurity part.
I would like you not to go away, so that you can assess the whole situation, and so that when you address it, you are able to know the whole scenario. If you're talking to someone and she's responding and you didn't like the response, if you go away, then you don't have the rest of the story.
No, going away as an what you call, like when you are at the example that I was giving, the shop. It's not going away in every situation.
Okay.
Because I know what I'm saying is I let's say we are here and we are talking to someone sitting here, right? And she wants to talk to them. I won't stop her from saying what she says.
Well, you can.
I don't have to. You know why? You know why? If I stop you from saying it, right? You wouldn't make that mistake, and then I come back and I say to you, you shouldn't have said that, right? And there's a possibility that when I'm not there, you're gonna do it. But when you do it here, and I feel like it was wrong, and then I come tell you, next time this is how I have to do it.
So can I ask about bluntness? So when you talk about bluntness, are you saying she speaks her mind regardless of how the other person is going to respond, or regardless of the space and the environment? Or she's blunt, but she's also careful of how she's waiting, whatever she's waiting, so that the other person can be assisted. It's very tough, but you need to be blunt to me so that I know.
Yeah.
Would you rather she speaks, but she softens the way she speaks, or she speaks in private, or she lowers her voice, or she considers the environment where she's speaking?
Honestly, I'd rather she speaks. I would rather she speaks, because we like Ausi was saying, going back to God, right? Going back to God is the only way we know how to do certain things. Like, we know for sure that when you are in God, you are guided by the Holy Spirit, right? So I believe that when she says that, she says that she has heard from the Holy Spirit. Because when we know that we are going to talk to someone, we pray, right? And when we pray, when we get there, when she says it.
But you're talking about something that's random, like in a shop.
No, in a shop. Like, in a shop, honestly, I'm supposed to be saying to the lady that, no. You guys, your customer service is poor.
Hey.
But I don't. Because for me, I feel like, well, it might raise some eyebrows somewhere, somehow, and I'm not really cut for saying this. Let me just leave them, But for her, because I'm okay. I would just go home and just know that she's a teller, and some of them are mean, and but she won't let it go.
So you know what I see? What you are saying is that you are not comfortable giving feedback as long as especially when it is negative. Is it so? And so she speaks, and so there's a balance. She's the one who will speak,
Exactly.
and you won't speak. But when you get home, she might say to you, don't you think she might say to you, you know what, honey? I think it's important, or love, I don't know how you speak. Yeah. It's a good idea.
My love.
It's my love. It's a good idea. It's a good thing for you to speak up so that other people can see
She
they are
does.
wrong.
Yeah.
And then they can correct. Because to be honest, we are almost like twins. It took me time
Yeah.
until the iron started, sharpening the iron.
Yeah.
Now I'm able to speak up. I'm able to stand for myself.
No, she
And I
she
have
does
become
actually.
better. She can tell you that.
No, she does actually. Because I'm not the type of a person who would go into a shop and start looking for the people who help in the aisles and say, where is this? I'll look for that thing until when I give up, that's when I go to that person. Because I don't like randomly talk to people. I think
Like
it's
we did in Bunnings.
like we did in Bunnings. You see, when you went to that person, right? When you went to that person, I went the other way.
But sometimes it's too much. She's asking even when I'm telling her, no, I know.
Ah.
She's still going to ask which way. I said, no, honey, I've been here before. No, it's better to ask so that, no, but I know this place. Let's go.
Yeah.
She likes to interact with people.
Yeah.
I think that's what she likes.
Wow. How many people did you speak to in Bunnings?
A whole lot of people.
Yeah, there you go.
A whole lot of
That's why I wanted you to.
African people.
That's why
Everyone, hi.
Why?
I wasn't going to do that.
Why? She's a community person.
Yeah.
She's a community leader. So when she goes, she's looking out for people and she's reaching out to them. Because in Esperance, when we see someone who looks like us, we approach them. Oh, she loves everyone. But sometimes, you may find an African family that's new.
Yeah.
They don't know where to go and what to do. So I already know when I'm with her, the sky's the limit. We are going to
But
many people.
what I'm learning from this is that I think sometimes we just have to appreciate who God made us to be. You know,
amazing.
I think it's a
Spot on.
I think it's a strength that we really need to let it be guided by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we overdo it because we don't have, the breaks that are provided by the Holy Spirit. So sometimes we just do it because that's me. I'm blunt like that. I'm not saying you're saying that, man.
That's the thing. I don't even. For the longest time, I've never even thought about that. I'm blunt or what.
It's a good
I
thing.
remembered yesterday when I saw the paper, like, oh, okay.
But is that
No,
the
but
experience?
Ma?
But you're someone who likes saying, I speak my mind.
Yeah.
What do you
Speaking
mean?
your mind,
Keep bluntness.
yes. So it tells me you are aware of who you
Okay,
are.
let me find the honesty in this. I think. Hey,
Can I give you an example?
I think I have insecurity and fear. Okay. Let me just start it from
I
here.
have a question.
Let me just start it from here. So when Ausi was talking about what she had from the atmosphere, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. Yeah. I actually grew up, you're ugly. Ustomo, ulikiti. But for me, it didn't cut deep. Though I think the only thing that nearly cut deep, you are ugly. But the other stuff, because I just told myself, nah, I'm so intelligent at school. Maybe it's similar to hers. I'm so intelligent at school. I'm gonna make it in life. I can weather. So it didn't move me. And I think
it
because
was a balancing. It was a
I
balancing
think so.
factor
Eh.
into the whole mix.
Yeah. So I think especially at the teenage level, because my mom passed on gele 17. In subconsciously I started fending for myself. Yes, my siblings were there for me, but your siblings are not like your mom and dad. So somehow you become streetwise. So I've had that independence thing from an early age. When it comes to this, you'll be allowance, save it on me, because that's what I did. I drank all of my money, it's on me and stuff like that. So I grew sort of like a thick skin from a young age. When I came into the Lord, it took me a very long time to realize what this independency thing, it's even hindering my walk with God, because even the things that God wants to do for me, this thing, I've got this. So even when I came into Linyalo with him, Because I had realized it by then. Control freak, what, you know. So that fear, you know what? I just want to love this guy. I don't want to be a control freak. I don't want to be a knife. I just want to be a wife to him. You know, I just want to love him. That's all I want to do. So every time I could read this, especially if I had forgotten for a long time that I know I can speak my mind. If it's a trigger for me, now I'm in my mind, I'm going into history. Check out what did I do to him? Where was I blunt? Did I embarrass him? Did it hurt him? You know, did it get not so insecure? So because I've heard it now, going forward, I think for 2 or 3 weeks, very conscious of what I say to people. If we don't talk about it a lot, I would forget it and then into that bluntness again. But the moment I hear it, it makes me so insecure because did I not hurt him in the process? Am I controlling over him? Am I a knife over him and other people around me? So you know?
Where do you reckon insecurity stems from? Because that word has been... I have a question because you mentioned it and I said...
We talk about it a lot with him. I do become so honest to him about, I'm so insecure. Also, like the other time, Pastor just said to me, hey, look at your tiny face in that mom missing. So now I'm thinking, what are you, frail, what, but and he's just saying your tiny face. So I think
why I say that maybe as Batswana, I'm going to say, I don't know whether it's just a Setswana culture or is it an African thing, but I would really appeal to Batswana, more especially, that or to people generally, to say, let's be mindful of the things that we say, you know. We should be mindful of the things that we say. I know I looked at Setswana sa ga rona ke ipotsa gore go tlileng gore go tle go nne le dilo tsa bo o se nnanne jaaka se nnanne wa bona, you know.
Yeah,
maina a le sotlo mafoko a le sotlo. I'm very protective when it comes to my children. I remember ke so overprotective ka botho because people ba ne ba rata go itlhele ba batla go phika some of the features tsa gagwe ba batla go mo define ka tsone, and I would go like no, you're not going to say that to my kid because I don't want a child who is insecure. So I wish people, as people, we could re so gracious.
Yeah.
You know, Motswana, o shoutela motho gore o robile sekgowa. Do you know that I grew up not having confidence ya go bua sekgowa? And imagine being trained as a teacher. Wa sekgowa. Ke sena confidence ya go bua sekgowa because ke tshaba gore ke tle gore hela just the slightest mistake batho ba ntshega. And only to be surprised gore ke tsana mo Australia ke tlhala makgowa ba roba sekgowa and they're not even bothered. So rona re tla tlhola re ikgagamaditse ka di-language tse seng tsa rona. So ha ke ne ke le mo classeng, I would say ha bongwana ke ba batla go tshega ba bangwe, I would always say to them, ga gona ope yo tlileng go tshega ngwana yo robang sekgowa. I would say to them, tshega ngwana yo robang puo ya ga bone ha ile gore mokala ka ga bui sekala ka sentle mo tshege. Tshega ngwana yo sa buing Setswana sentle e le Motswana. Wa bona. So if we can try to, I believe if we can try to have a society e ka kanyang jalo, re nna gracious mo go ba bangwe, we'll be able to build bana ba ba ikamogelang ba nare they are even proud of who they are, they are proud of where they come from, they are proud of their culture.
Very true.
I think, or did you want to say something first?
No, I wanted to say we need to close.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, why?
Because it's been an hour now. Okay. Yeah. No, you can go ahead.
It's 58 minutes.
Yeah.
60.
It's
No, I was
minute.
I was just going to say, yeah, the one that she's talking about. I don't know about other African cultures, but I just know about us in Botswana. Most of the time, it's coming from it's from inferiority complex. So everything around us, we always want to make ourselves better than the next person. Whether it's how we look, we think if somebody doesn't look this way and we look better than them, or whatever that the society said is a good standard. We have given ourselves metrics as a society. Who have big houses at their homes. You know?
I think it's the education system though. Because it
So
brought
both formal
it
and
brought
informal?
both formal and informal. I think it brought in an element of competition. So the fact that there is competition, there's always the society is always going to remain like that. Because if you see even in our communities, it's my son is studying to be a doctor. What is your son doing? So when my mom comes to me, she doesn't encourage me to go study something that I like. She says to me, I'm coming from that house. That child is so smart, better than you. And then I go around with that, knowing that somebody else is better than me. And I de-associate myself from the community. And then I start learning how to survive. So this is why Bino is saying, now I become streetwise. I start fending for myself. I start living life the way I want to live, because I don't want to be associated with people who are being labeled as better than me. So it's coming from even our neighbors. Like, you know, when they come with when they build a big house, you know, it's the society saying, "Ish, she built his big house just next to that small house." You know, and we start having that conversation. So I think it's an education system. Even like a tie, simple tie.
It's so unfortunate that you're saying the conversation is ending. When we're talking about the former way, I was going to say you would be surprised at how bad it hit the church, especially Botswana. I don't know about other countries. So much that people in their minds think because you're not wearing formal, you cannot stand at the pulpit.
You can't teach.
You can't teach because you're not wearing formal wear.
You are not.
And how many
and
people
they
are we chasing out?
They quantify how anointed you are. Hey, God is helping us by how you look, how you are dressed.
And how sad is it that re kubile batho ba le kae from coming back to God? Because they do not fit in the church.
But
you know, and re lebella le yone economy ya rona. So motho wa modimo madinyana a nang le one ga khone le go save, because they have to be, they're expected to appear in a certain way.
I know there are some churches where ushers have a uniform, and mind you, you buy this theme thing, whether it's purple next Sunday or blue the other Sunday, you buy the clothes yourself. Especially for the women, the ushers and the praise and worship. The high heels, the what, and it has to be a certain standard.
pink, purple, white, all white.
This is what the church has become now.
Many colors.
Yeah.
The church of many colors.
The church of many colors is Joseph's coat.
Yeah, but I think we live and we learn, and I think sometimes we just have to accept that we have gone through these things, and we need to help other people. I don't think we are there as a people. Even the fears that I have, I don't think I can just overcome these fears unless I accept them. So I just have to accept the fact that I don't like talking to people, and then see the wrong in it, and then address it, and then start, walking in it and try to talk to people, because without people,
you need to investigate this thing. You need to check where it's coming from.
What thing?
You know this thing. You never wanting to trouble anyone, especially in places where.
No, I know where it comes from.
Oh, really? Tell us. Where is it coming from?
I don't know. As much as I knows where
Yeah, share with us. We've been sharing. Where is it coming from?
It's coming from the fact that it was just me and my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
God,
So-
you man of God.
You
So-
didn't have a role model.
So, no, not really. I didn't have it. I saw my mom do everything for me. So I feel like my mom didn't bother anyone.
Oh.
So it's something that I've adopted from her.
Wow.
So even when you come and give me money, I you wouldn't know that I'm not really happy that you're giving me money.
Oh.
Yeah. Until I really understand somebody's trying to bless you. You know. But I wouldn't ask for money. I would just stay until I get some money
From your mom.
from work.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Like when I was growing up.
Which
You
was
know.
a good thing though.
But
Even from me when we met.
yeah, I didn't want to
Get a
take
cabbage.
money from her. So it's something that I mean, I saw my mom work, you know, build a house, you know, do all these things alone. And there were times where she took money from people, and when the people wanted the money, it was they wanted the money in a way that I felt like they are disrespecting my mom, right? And I'm growing up that time, and I'm telling myself that I'm not going to take money from no one. I'm not going to ask money from no one. And so I know where it's coming from. So it's for me, it's don't bother people with that thing.
I want to go there. So the bottom of it, I think, is you are trying to protect yourself before anything happens. So you are protecting your feelings by not asking for whatever you need to ask for. Is it?
Integrity.
Or is it integrity?
Integrity as well.
Not really. I don't think it's integrity, because
But
for
you
me,
don't want to step people.
But there's a level of pride in
Yeah.
there.
no, I think I
There is.
Yeah,
Not
because-
pride in a bad way.
In a
but
bad way,
Yeah.
like-
No.
Pride like you're
I
trying
want to maintain my.
Yeah.
Keep up appearances.
Yeah.
No, I think for me it's not really pride. I think it's lack of knowledge of what it means not to do that, right?
So
like let me
let it slide type
hey,
of
let
mentality.
me give you an example. Like if I want something, let's say I want to buy another camera. I know that there are people who can actually help me, but I don't want to bother them. Right? I don't want to bother them. I'll rather save money to get that camera. Right? And I know it's not a good thing. I know for sure that it's not a
Something
good
is
thing.
beeping.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Okay.
But the fact that now I understand what fellowship means, then I know that I need to be able to tell people what I need. Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's like I was saying, it's acceptance, knowing
Yes.
that
Because
for sure
if I-
this is not right.
But if I really like the way you ended it, and I don't want to
Yeah.
extend it further.
Yeah.
But relating with you and knowing the gaps that you may be having, I believe that there are times when God will speak to you about someone's need without actually them telling you. That will happen to somebody who is very sensitive and they really listen and they'll
They
really
reach out. Yeah.
So, but if we are related, I'll be very unhappy to know that you've gone through a dry patch and you
And I
never
didn't say,
asked for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will
So
be,
this is why I'm
Yeah.
saying you
You
need
now
to
appreciate,
know that it's wrong.
yeah, Oh, that that's
You need to know that it's wrong. Yes, you might be living in it. You might be walking in it, but you just have to know that it's wrong. So the question will be, how do I walk out of it?
of this. Amazing. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, thank you so much. The Ramalepas, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which camera
Can you
is
do the
working.
introduction because we didn't do any introduction.
What are
Can
you
you check your cameras and then
I think they're
this
off.
is the Cubic Spot Creations podcast.
I think they are off now.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow, you people, were you actually telling the truth? That you just rock. We just started talking about something. I didn't realize that.
Ay, pakanya, hi, Becky. Becky, just by
Yeah,
that.
but this is
Hey.
this is
Hey,
actually
just that.
good.
Just that.
There's one thing though that I would like to follow through.